My selling philosophy. Selling is the most important profession in the world. You have to be proud of this fact. Without a salesperson, nothing on this planet would move. There would be no incentive to do anything. The economies of the world and all governments would collapse, and there would be anarchy in the streets. As the monetary system would come to a close, we would all end up fighting, possibly reverting to caveman mentality. Civilizations would collapse, and it would be the end of the world, as we know it. Okay, perhaps I was going over the top in my statement above. Yet painting a picture in the prospect's mind is very important to your prospective customer. Think about this for a moment. Just look around you. Everything you see and touch had to be sold by a salesperson. An inventor could formulate and invent the best possible product in the world, or they could create the best product since sliced bread. But without a salesperson to sell the product or the idea, then all the inventors' or manufacturers' efforts would have been a complete waste of time and money. A sales profession can sometimes be an unhappy one. Sometimes it may appear to be the worst profession in the world. It can seem to be downright degrading, humiliating and soul-destroying. Yet it can be the most rewarding and satisfying. It can also be the best paid job in the world and in some cases one of the highest paid professions in the world today, accounting for countless millionaires worldwide. The facts. Statistics show that 80% of salespeople fail. For one reason alone: they do not relate effectively with other people. Good communication and positive influencing skills are vital for success in today's changing and increasingly complex sales world. If you improve your communication and influence skills, you will improve your effectiveness and get noticeable results. In this invaluable course, you will see the underlying psychological principles behind communication and influencing. You will also gain the skills and techniques to be able to apply those principles in everyday situations. The material in this working manual really works. I have the knowledge and the testimonials to back me up, and by teaching you the high-level skills to communicate and influence with anyone, at any level. As you have shown an interest and want to learn. Therefore, this is my objective for you. In short, this sales course will give you effective, straightforward, proven ways to increase the positive impact you have on anyone and everyone you work with, accumulating with an average of closing rate of 1 in 2 presentations. The nuts and bolts of a sale. As briefly mentioned in the preface, I believe a top salesperson is conceivably a professional actor, not the stage or screen variety but a true performer in the real world. Just as Shakespeare once quoted, "All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts." A sale is the act of selling a product or service in return for money or other compensation. Signaling completion of the prospective stage. It is the beginning of an engagement between customer and vendor or the extension of that engagement. Salesmanship is the practice of investigating and satisfying customer needs through a process that is efficient, fair, sincere, mutually beneficial, and aimed at long-term productive relationship. There are 3 types of selling modules. 1. Retail sales. In general shop or market stall environments, selling to groups or individuals, mostly order takers. 2. Cold calling sales. These are what called chancing and speculator opportunist sales, usually door-to-door, some call number selling, or sales canvassing. 3. Direct sales. One-to-one selling, usually on a pre-arranged appointment, set up by canvassing or advertising inquiry. Although faceless sales are becoming more popular these days, such as phone, internet, leaflet, pamphlet and brochure sales, nevertheless this manual will be focusing on the one-to-one selling module, direct sales module. Hence the forwarding named manual calling it, My Salesman Bible. By having studied and practiced direct sales one-to-one selling psychology for over 50 years, I am going to reveal sales techniques to you that have never been dared to put into print before. Disclosure by the sales profession will not begin to teach or reveal some of the secrets that I am prepared to reveal within this manual. I like to call this the Selling Bible so that you can revert to time and again. Although some may say that this manual is perhaps too controversial, yet in the right context, this, like many other motivational books, are only to help my fellow man who perhaps have been longing to ascend, like the phoenix from the ashes of failure and depravity. With countless years of trial and tribulations, and studies with an accumulation of diplomas and sales awards, combined with first-hand experiences, I have made this book into an easy-to-read information manual on working sales psychology. Gleaned mainly from the studies of psychological and subconscious behavior, body language, hypnosis and hypnotherapy teaching, sales and closing techniques and human social habits. Having the inner knowledge, and the ability to persuade other human beings into responding to your whim, is perhaps one of the greatest gifts a person could empower. All the tactics and strategies shown to you in this book are factual procedures and often used by all major direct sales companies, eluding the general public in these dealings who are not aware of these stratagems used. Therefore, asking you the reader to keep the contents clandestine, as the general public would be shocked to such dealings. Have you the commitment and the heart to follow through with what expounds before you within this sales manual, and become a great salesperson and persuader, having all that you desire in life? I surely hope so. For within this lifetime works salesmanship manual, you will discover the workings of the unconscious mind. How to manipulate to your advantage below the conscious level of awareness. You will understand the basic psychology of human thinking as well as your own thought process, perhaps releasing the arbitrary thinking of your own limitations. Please come back for the next episode.